Good morning to you. Good morning, everybody. Who's everybody going for today in Super Bowl? Patriots or Seattle? Patriots or Seahawks? Who do you guys got? Whoa. Damn, it's a little wet to be doing this shit. Fucking gross. The fuck? A hook bag. Was that a phone? What the fuck is that? Almost like it's glowing, but it's not. So who you guys got for the Super Bowl today? Patriots, Seattle. So today, what the fuck? Let's talk about some ghetto ass shit. Somebody was gonna just fucking stab somebody. Sad thing is, they've probably never been to prison. This is their strength they want to use. Give somebody fucking tetanus. It's crazy. Oh. So you guys, I'm going for Seattle. I've always been a Seahawks fan. I haven't watched a fucking game of football in probably 2-3 years. But I'll go for Seattle. Damn, it's wet. tagging up the trees and shit. See that? Let's go over here and see if anybody's in this fucking fort thing. I was sleeping back down here last week. It's like jammed up in there. Or a week before last or something. Look at that, 10 cents. There's a coat. See it? Or a short shirt or something. No, it's a blanket. I swear it's somebody like this is somebody's like little bed or something over there too. In there. Pants or something. That's their living room. That's their bedroom. I'm not knocking it. At least they're staying out of the fucking rain, as they are. It was a big old piece of metal. Oh, those rocks. So you guys, I got to do a pull the fucking bearing out, or wheel spindle and bearing today. I have no puller. I've been working on it for about fucking 3-4 days. I finally got the thing loose besides the ball joint. The ball joint stuck on it, the nut or whatever. But I bought a new ball joint, so my plan is to use a Sawzall, cut the fucker off without cutting anything else off, and then putting ball joint, spindle, and bearing back in. And yeah, I managed to be put in a situation where I have a vehicle now I'm paying for on top of the vehicle I have, but this one runs at least. Little gangsters. What is that? Oh, that's something different. No, it's a rock. Yeah, go Seahawks for sure. Oh man, this fucking hill. Appreciate the likes. You guys participate in the comments. I guess I got the shank or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. Yeah. So, I got me tattooed a couple weeks ago, and I finally used it to fill in one of my old tattoos. I think I did pretty decent. Oh, fucking out of shape. Yeah, I remember. Don't get me started here. I tell you what. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the rotor, put the rotor on backwards, put some nuts on it, and then fucking wham, wham, slide hammer the rotor to get the fucking spindle out and the bearing. And I gotta put it back in. I don't know how I'm gonna press it back in the right way, but I'm gonna try my best. You guys, I haven't felt the fucking same since went to the hospital and shit. My fucking chest hurts so bad. I've been sweating like this is fucking lightly sweating. One of the doctors or fucking nurses at the pharmacy said that it could take like a month and a half to get all that much ketamine out of my system. He was shocked that anybody's even been given that much ketamine. And I know I'm shocked because I'll never fucking forget that. Dude, I've never done acid. The worst I've done, psychedelic-wise, is mushrooms. And that fucking does not compare one fucking bit whatsoever. Ketamine does not fucking... No, that's a total different fucking drug, total different fucking no way. No way, nuh-uh. Not for fucking homeboy again. Never again. I don't want to fucking do that. With that being said, what makes you think I'm going to fucking reach out for help next time, knowing that that's the punishment that I get for fucking doing what I was supposed to fucking do? But I'm people, civil litigation for sure. I already got the paperwork started. So, oh man, I brought my pad, paper, planned on writing some things out. Came down here to the river to start my mind right this morning. I was gonna get drunk yesterday to be able to prepare for today to get drunk today, but I got the hub to do and shit, and I don't really drink anyhow. But I'm kind of disappointed that I'm not in therapy anymore. But I had to do it for my own good, and I'm grateful that I'm not on probation, so I can actually make that decision for myself without having negative impacts. It's disappointing to know that somebody that wants to utilize therapy, and as much as I've said, to know that they cannot handle an individual that is not just going to allow you to push off that I'm fucking delusional or push off that, it's part of my mental health conditions of why I'm going in there and having the issues that I'm having. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to show you with the camera exactly what I'm going through, and they can't handle that shit. They don't know what to tell you when they see it for themselves, that officers have the ability to, read you your rights, put you under arrest, put you in cuffs, and then while putting you in cuffs, doing things physically to make you react, to make you actually resist, because, professionals don't actually want to think that officers do that. Or, sleeping and trying not to engage in them and getting woke up at 4:30 in the morning just for an officer to fucking check on me and call me a weirdo, that's something officers aren't supposed to do, especially with no call for help or nothing like that outside of city limits, and it was a city limit cop. The other thing is, like, people, you sitting in my van or whatever, people walking right next to my vehicle with the windows cracked. I got the windows up, so I'm talking on the phone. They're so concerned about who I'm talking to on the phone for so long that they walk by with their little listening fucking ear pod fucking equalizer thing or whatever the fuck it is. If you don't know what I'm talking about, like, I don't know how to explain it. Look it up. Put it in like iPod amplified hearing or some shit, or put in an amplified hearing app or some shit, and then you can be able to tell that you can go drop your earbud wherever, you can point your phone wherever, and it'll fucking magnify like a big old hearing aid, and you can hear anything, like, and it just sounds really loud, and you're so anything within that diameter or anywhere, anything within that area, it's really clear, very, very clear. And then me record it to where at first it looks like just some dude looking down the street and I'm recording him or whatever, but then you turn around and you see him pull out his phone, pull out his earpiece, pull out the other earpiece, then put his other phone back, and then turn around and look at me because somebody was obviously telling him that I was still recording him, and then get stuck on stupid and do circles or whatever, and then another car pull in to by the car that he was going to get into, him not get into the car that he was going to, walk off, you see the footsteps of somebody going to the car that he was going to get in, that car leaves, and then about 2 minutes later, the dude comes back and gets in the car that the person switched him with. I have video to show that after the hospital that these fucking people right downtown, right by the therapy office too. They actually used an ER medical vest, those like big old things or whatever. One dude switched into one of those to try to disguise himself as another person to keep an eye on me. It's kind of fucking weird. What's up, Junkyard? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Who you going for today? Seattle or Patriots? I'm thinking Seattle. That's what I'm thinking. Because it sounds like they're like, you know what I'm saying? They got their team. It's all about a team. And I don't know shit about pit football these last couple of years, but I'm pretty impressed to hear the stuff that comes out of Seattle with their team and how they rally together and how they don't ever just put it on one person or whatever. That being said, I've always been a Seahawk fan. It's strange because the last time that Seattle went to the Super Bowl, or the first time that Seattle went to the Super Bowl, I remember was when my grandma died. And Lace just passed away. And that's what I call the 12th. People call it the 12th man or whatever. I call it the 12th spirit. People that are true Seahawk fans or whatever could relate. But for me, I call it the 12th spirit. And I believe that the 12th spirit is going to be alive. It's going to show itself during today's game. And it's going to show itself like in a very powerful way that some people will just overlook. But I'm waiting to be able to see it. I want to see it. And when I say that, I know that when I do see it, that people that have left this earth and are in a different realm, that means that they're watching over me and that they're saying hi to me, and I know who they are. And at that moment, I will take it in and I will show my love for them. And that's just, call me crazy, call me whatever, but that's just how I am. I call it a spiritual thing, but I'm not really religious, but I am spiritual. I actually started reading the Quran. Quran. It's pretty interesting. It's cut to the cage. You know what I'm saying? There's no fucking interpretation of what is being said. It is interpreted, and it is very clear of what you're expected to do and what your consequences will be if you don't do such things. And that for me was a different type of knowing the Bible and knowing how religion can be. That was a eye opener for me. So I haven't gone very far into it, but I can tell you this much: as much as I read, which is the first part of it, first chapter, whatever you know the name of the book or the chapter or whatever. But yeah, it gets into very directive of what you're expected to do and what your consequences will be if you don't do it. So I'm going to continue to read it. I want to tell you guys all thank you for coming in and saying hi. I hope you guys all have a blessed day. I know we all have our own battles and we all have our own struggles. Some of us keep it in better than others. I just am one of them unfortunate people that like to let go of my feelings, let go, talk about them, so that way I'm not holding on to them. And because if I hold on to them, it's going to make my day, my week, it's just going to pile up and it's going to make me end up reacting to something stupid and getting myself in trouble. I look back and I reflect in the last year, since I've been definitely away from Gina. My life, my inner mind, my whole being is so much better. Do I miss her? Yeah. But do I desire to be back with her? No. Do I desire to be friends with her? No. Do I understand what kind of person she is? Yes. Do I understand that I have put myself through too much hell for way too long now? Yes, I do. Do I think that that was love? I think that I had love for her, but I don't think that the love was reciprocated in a way that I thought love was. I think that people's definition of love is different than mine, and that's okay. It doesn't mean that it's right or wrong. It just means that it's different. Yeah, Quran is the Islam religion. Yeah, yeah, that is a religion. You're right. But regardless of what I was saying about the spiritual part, the spiritual aspect of what I'm referring to is that having your mind open to different things, to be able to take what you want, to be able to have a what's it called, a openness or a to different things. Like, you got Buddhism and stuff like that. I don't know if Buddhism is considered a religion or not, but you can take certain things out of it, and then you have the right to make your own philosophy of what you want to believe. And I think that's what I'm kind of doing. And I think that just reading the Quran is something that I've chosen to do because there's been a big movement with that in America, and to know that my condition made me look into things that got me to a point that I needed to actually look at something. I searched for the Book of Mormon and stuff like that. I did years ago. Did I read it? No. It wasn't something that I really chose to get into. Doesn't mean that that's right or wrong either, but the aspect of keeping my mind open and being mindful to different things, it can only help yourself. It can only help you be able to grow. And I always try to grow. I always try to learn new things. And whether I like what I learn or not, that's a different story, because I learn a lot of things that I don't like. But once I learn them, I learn them. And with my ASD, I have a very hard time if I don't understand something, then I will make sure that I understand it the best that I can, until I don't want to understand it anymore. And that may sound really fucked up or whatever, but it's not a real choice that I have. It's just something how my mind's programmed and how I get. Right on, Mud Shark. Appreciate that. Um, I I also want to say that my goal is to March, April, to go back to Christmas Valley. I have land there, and I plan on going back. The reason why I plan on going back is because I have things there, like my trailer, my truck, my car, and where I'm at now, I really don't have nobody. I don't have no friends I kick it with anymore. I don't have I don't have nothing like that. So there's no difference between here and there. The only difference is that there it's more and more isolated, where you can't just go to the store and see somebody that you like or whatever, somebody that you know, and then be able to, hey man, what are you doing later? You don't have that option in Christmas Valley. You're more of a, but I think that at this point, I think that I might need that because of the fact that I've come to find out how dark people can be. And yes, Friday I got threatened with a restraining order because of the fact that I don't know why. I don't, because of fucking what, like, I don't know. It had to do with somebody else that fucking I had nothing to fucking do with. I dated the girl for like maybe a month and a half, and she decided to say that she was pressing a restraining order on me and another dude, and the other dude may have done something or whatever, but at the same time, that ain't me. And this is shit I'm talking about with fucking pull up like that, like look at it. They almost came up like, see, now they're gonna try to fuck with me. This is the gang stalking shit I'm talking about. They don't know I'm live unless they're actually in here watching. They're just trying to fuck off. But either way, I don't care. But they came right up to the door, and fucking turned around, which they have the right to do. But at the same time, I'm not gonna fucking sit here and fucking. So I'm just gonna fucking put them on camera. Just because of the fact that I don't know what's gonna happen, and the gang stalking shit seems to be really fucking awesome. Yeah, they're gonna let the dog out. They're gonna come walking over this way. See, the dog's gonna come right here. Yeah. They're not even correcting the dog. They're just gonna let it off the leash. You know what I'm saying? You're a good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boys. Kitty, 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 kitty. Should I antagonize it? I'm fucking with you. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. You're doing your job. Good boy. But don't bark at me, dude. You're just standing there staring at me. Look at him. He's just like fucking staring at me. Like, what the fuck? I'm like, good boy. He's just fucking staring at me. You done your job, dude. You done your job. No, he's totally hard. He's what is that? A golden retriever? Or what kind of dog is that? You think? I think it's a golden retriever, but he's like yellow. You're all right. Yeah, I think a golden retriever. He's a real pretty dog. Okay. Hi, buddy. Hi. Oh, no, he doesn't want to say hi. Yeah. Well, then, yeah, don't fucking get him out of here. Fucking, he wants to say hi. I put my hand out, and then fucking dog freaks out, and she's like, I don't want to do that. Well, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, how was I fucking supposed to, like, don't say that he just wants to say hi, and then. See, that shit ain't normal. Not around Pendleton, that's not normal. an elderly like that or whatever would usually stay to their own, not say hi, not nothing. They would probably go somewhere else to walk their dog and just, let alone get out of their vehicle and come right directly over here and say, sorry about that. He just wants to say hi. And I put my hand out to say hi because he's right here, right over here. And then dog flips out. You don't want to do that. Okay. Well, then I misunderstood what you were saying, ma'am. I'm sorry. But I was thinking about going to the casino, press my luck, but I don't know if I should or not. It sounds like it's better than actually, actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to scratch a scratch off right now because I found out that I had one here in my book and I forgot about it. So I should do a scratch off. You know, I'm proud of myself because of the fact that like I said, I was dating this girl or whatever, and she dumped me. She dumped me. But she really had no reason, and nobody needs a reason to dump somebody. But at the same time, like, my actions or my behavior or whatever you want to call it is different. And what I mean by that is that shit, where'd it go? Hang on. Not there. What I mean by that is, by now I would have been having sex with somebody else. And, look, I got my raffle ticket, St. Patty's Day raffle ticket, $1 million winner. Hopefully it's me. I haven't done that, and I know this because of the fact I have feelings for the person, but I also know that that ain't gonna change nothing between me and her. But it makes me feel a little bit more stronger because I'm not having to have the physical acceptance from somebody to get by or to cover or mask my fucking sad fucking, oh, I got dumped fucking attitude or whatever, you know. So I am proud of myself for that. I went down to the health department, got tested, came back clean from everything. I learned a little bit about that because apparently fucking HPV, whatever the fuck it is, one of them is like actually a cancer. And I thought STDs were just STDs or STIs or whatever because they call them infections now instead of fucking diseases or fucking infections. But I found a cord down here too. But, yeah. So that being said, I learned that, but I also learned that they can't give you the shots for them. Once you turn 45 is the cutoff. You can usually get them before then. And if you usually have it, you usually have it before the age 45. So I guess that's another good positive thing. But what should I say? Yeah, then I'm proud of myself because I really truly I want to find a meaningful relationship, one that can be my friend, one that can be able to understand that we are a team, that I'm not against them, they're not against me, somebody I can be transparent with in regards to my diagnosis, somebody that would have compassion and empathy and understand that when I express something to them about a symptom or something I'm going through, happy White History Month 67. Zaddy? What was that? Zaddy? Yeah, that being said, you know, like, I tried that with this girl, and I made myself, what I did is I told myself, if I meet somebody, I'm going to be totally transparent, and I'm going to see if I can actually do it, because I've never really done that. I've never got to know somebody. I always keep to myself and shit, and I went out of my way, met her on dating site, on Facebook, and then, yeah, I took it upon myself, and I was totally transparent, and I thought everything was going good. I really did. You know, we had one hiccup where she fucking got pissed off and left. She went back to her boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, or whatever the fuck, and then we were gonna work things out. We had a really good time for like fucking 2-3 weeks, and when I mean really good time, I don't mean sex. I mean like it was me, her. We were dedicated our time to each other. We were getting things done. We were both making moves in our future. Like I said, she inspired me to in different ways, and And the one thing that I do miss is the fact that I could look at her and I could tell her, hey, I need to talk to you about something. And if we were in the middle of anything, like she would literally, like, say if she's getting out of the, like right before we pull up to go somewhere, right? And she has to run in to do something real quick. And if on the way there, I end up mentioning to her that, hey, I need to talk to you today, by the way. Say she opens the door and she goes to get out and she remembers. She'd shut the door, sit back down and be like, hey, you wanted to talk. What was it you wanted to talk about? And actually take the time to talk about it. No rush, no hurry for her to do what she needed to do. Like it was like that was what needed to be done right then. And she showed that. She, there's, with that being said, people can also put on a front and they can only fake it for so long. So I don't know exactly what was really her because how it's changed so much, but I know my feelings for her that was real. I know that the moments that I shared with her, I know that they were real on my part, like what I felt or how I took it. And for some reason I just couldn't be the one for her. Couldn't make her happy. And I know one of the things was that I didn't have a big dick. So if you're wondering there, Zaddy don't have a big dick and Zaddy don't, he's like a 2-pump chump. So Zaddy, Zaddy. Yeah, it was like that Zaddy bad Zat. Yeah, real fast and real quick. But see, I don't ever try to fucking, I fucking don't false advertise. I let you know straight up off the bat. Like, hey, I'm a 2-pump chump, fucking 2mm Peter Cheater. I was born in Pendleton, Oregon, where the rodeo is, the home famous rodeo. I am not a cowboy, but I'll tell you what, 8 seconds and I'm off. Simple as that. When the fucking 10 seconds come around, be grateful because you know what? I didn't disappoint. I went more longer than what I told you. So, but I'll tell you what, this right here, this mouth can get me in trouble. I mean, it could definitely get me in trouble. But one thing about this mouth is that I may be a 2-pump chump and shit like that, but I swear, you give me 10 minutes, baby, and I will give you Tourette's for the rest of the week. That worked one time in a bar. Other times it got me smacked in a bar. But it's the truth. I'm not false advertising. I am a fat boy. I like to eat. Just saying. So I'm going to scratch this, and if I win, and if it's big, I am going to share it with somebody on YouTube. How about that? Wouldn't that be nice? On Super Bowl Sunday. You know, my mom's being catfished by this the American Idol winner, Richard Goodall or something like that is his name. It ain't him. And mom's the only one that don't believe that it's not. She sent him like, yeah, and it's sad because, you know, you get behind on rent, you get behind on storage unit, and it's not supposed to be where the son has to fucking save the day. It shouldn't be that way. It should never be that way. The parents should be able to help save their children's day when things get rough or whatever. And I know that there's times that come like that or whatever, but at the same time, like, I've learned a real strong reality check that I can't do any action to get what I lost already. What's in the past is what's in the past, and what's gone is what's gone. I don't need to worry about what other people think about my label as a son, because I know in my heart that I've done everything beyond what I don't know if it's should have or whatever, but I know that I've put more effort in than I should have. I can say that. I've been patient more than what I should have. I know that me and my brother don't get along, but at the same time, I think you guys seen me. I think it was like 3 years ago or whatever, 2 years ago. I asked my brother if we could be brothers again, and asked him if he'd forgive it, look over it, or whatever, because I wanted my brother back. And in all reality, he said no. And do I know why? Not really. Just the fact that fucking called him out for what it was, because he was being a fucking internet bully, and kept it real in regards to the truth. And because he didn't like me before the whole fucking thing of me being honest about what happened when we were kids. And yet I still have enough audacity and respect to say, you know, it wasn't my fault. It wasn't his fault. we were young, and yet at the same time, there's no excuse for it. But yet at the same time, holding it in and trying to hide it and lie about it and cover it up is not healthy. And I'm definitely not going to do that. I'm grateful for Slab City News to be able to look back on the footage and actually see that what I was saying was honest, because I never mentioned nobody else's name, but my brother did, and he, so that automatically, and I'm grateful for that, because it is very hard and very lonely, and you get like a shame, or a like you did something wrong, regardless if it's just I think a natural thing, and sometimes people can be mean on the internet, and you want to hear what they say, but sometimes you take what they say to the heart, and some of the things they say is stuff that they assume or that they really don't know about. They're just trying to protect their homie or their whatever it is, and I get that, but my intentions were never to just go out and blast him like that. It was a way of me being able to grow, and me openly in public stating exactly what I stated. And that took a lot of courage. It really did. And I'm not ashamed of it. I don't look back at it. And I'm proud of myself that I was able to do that. I'm proud of myself for being who I am today. I know that I disappoint myself quite a bit, and I can be my hardest critic. But at the same time, I try every day to be a good person and not affect the next person. And I fell quite a bit on that. And what I mean by not affecting the next person is, not snapping at somebody at the store, or just not affecting the next person any way that I can affect somebody. I don't want to do it unless it's in a positive way, like opening the door for somebody, or asking somebody if they need help. That's affecting somebody, but it's affecting somebody in a positive manner. And I do try to do that. Not every day do I get the ability to help someone else or be positive for somebody else, but I definitely keep an eye, and I'm mindful every day that it's always nice to do something good for somebody. Today there's going to be a lot of people out there drinking and driving, and I hope that you guys are smarter than that. I hope you guys, if you're going to drink, don't drive. Get a designated driver. Cops are out. They're going to be doing Super Bowl patrols. When you drink and drive, you don't just put yourself at risk, even though you may think you're okay. You put a lot of other people at risk, and you can save a life by just getting an Uber or doing whatever it is that you need to do. So don't drink and drive today. Enjoy your Super Bowl in a positive way. Try to stay sober until the end of it so you can remember it, not have to ask your friends tomorrow at work or whatever that, like what happened, or have to watch a replay. Because I know there's a lot of people out there that actually can't remember it past halftime, or even because it starts later in the day, 3 o'clock, and they think it's like a drinking day. So they, by the time it's fucking noon, they're already sloshed. And halftime on, they can't fucking remember it. So I'm almost done with this, guys. I'm rambling right now just to be able to kill the silence in the air, and I am doing this scratch off. It's a bingo. Got 1 row left to be able to scratch right here, and then we're gonna see if it's gonna be a winner, and I'm gonna be sharing it with somebody on YouTube. I did ask a friend if we could hang out this morning. I don't think that they will, because it's Super Bowl and they got shit to do too. And also, on anytime I've ever asked, they never fucking come. So the bet is that they're not gonna come. Yeah. I think I lost. Let's scan it and find out. Hang on. Oh, fuck, I'm on the phone. No, it's right here. So, I know part of the thing between me and Bree is that she's around this girl that has to have drama in her life to be able to fucking function. And I think she's using Brie as a tool to get her little fix of drama to be able to make her life a little bit better or whatever the fuck, because people can be that way. Why an unknown error occurred while trying to look up this ticket? Well, I don't want no error, dude. I want to know if it fucking wins. No, it was a loser. I'm entered to win. So that being said, this one's not scratched. We're just going to do it the old-fashioned way of hurry up and fucking like pulling a slot in the slot machine, okay? So let's see what Zaddy gets here. Here we go. Scan another ticket. Push it. Entered to win. It was a loser. So then what you do is you drop these off. You kind of go like this, scratch it off a little bit like that. Like that. And then you drop it somewhere and then somebody thinks they got a fucking ticket to fucking scratch. Yeah, but does that mean or not? It's kind of fucked up, but yeah. Yeah, it's 8 o'clock. I got to get that bearing pulled. I'm not looking forward to it. What I researched or whatever, you can take your rotor, flip your rotor around backwards, put the nuts on it or whatever, and then slide hammer it out that way. There's another thing where you take a nut and a bolt, put inside the bearing or the bearing, take a flathead screwdriver, put them in together, and then twist the bolt, and it will go into it, and then it will actually pull it out because of the nut that's jamming it or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna try that. I was gonna use this to cut off the fucking but I was told that won't work, so I got a sawzall on the back that I'm gonna try to do to be able to cut that fucking ball joint off. I wish I was up in Idaho because they got a hub assembly, the whole fucking thing for $100. I paid for just my spindle and my bearing $70-some. That's not counting my ball joint. So I wish that I was up there so that way I could just fucking, it'd be a lot easier just to do that whole fucking thing. But I hope you guys all have a blessed day. Remember, don't drink and drive. Stay positive. And Elliot, I see you. Yeah, stay safe today and enjoy the game. Put a little bet wager out there to somebody. I'll do the truffle shuffle if Seattle loses. Okay. Talk to you guys later.